All right. Sorry, folks. Let me get mini meters up here real queasies.
They were complaining in chat. They're like, "Where's
I
mini
know.
meters,
Where's
dude?
mini meters, bro?
Oh my God.
Folks, welcome back to the Producer Lounge. Here we
What's
are.
up, everybody? We got a little chat today.
Aw, sheezy.
Look at all these beautiful humans showing up.
Folks, if you're new here, welcome. This is the Producer Lounge. This is our weekly music production broadcast. Brought live to you from us today. Folks, it's episode 135, and we have a special guest. We have Backleft with us.
Oh, shit.
Finally. Aw, sheezy.
Oh, yeah. Welcome, brother.
Hell yeah. Thank you for having me, boys.
Yeah, dude. Welcome on.
Yeah,
Thank
welcome,
you.
buddy. It's gonna be a fun one. Justin looks so kissable. Let's go.
Quick shout outs here, real quick. We got a couple new people in the chat. Welcome in. Big shout out to Osis.
Yep.
Osis
Teddy.
Bass for the follow.
That's a cool name.
Osisbus.
Chomper12 for the follow.
Chomper.
If you haven't followed yet, you should. There it is. J Fang Bumps. Thanks for the follow.
Twitch muted kissable as like a flagged word
Ooh.
on my phone.
I mean, he is fuckable, kissable. That was a Freudian slip.
it happens.
Yeah. So, what you guys got? What's up? What's going on?
Dude,
What's up?
life is good.
Shit.
Making tunes, getting shit done.
Is it?
You just played shows and kicked it with some dudes and made some songs. How's your life going?
Yeah,
Oh.
dude. Shit's good. Shit's been crazy the past like 4 or 5 months probably, but it's going good now.
Crazy in
And,
a bad way?
Crazy in a bad way.
Oh.
Crazy in a bad way, but
Oh, bummer.
yeah, just like some wildlife event shit, but it's been good.
That'll happen.
Lately. Yeah, life just kind of keeps doing its shit. And
Nonstop.
I don't get to have any say in it, but yeah, no, things been good. Played Black Box with homie Breadwinner, Kaiser, Uga the other day. That was real fun.
Hell yeah, that's amazing.
Oh,
sheesh.
That's amazing.
Big
Shout out
ups.
Breadwinner.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
Breadwinner's a fucking menace, dude.
Yeah.
That
That's
kid
a-
is
that's a
on
good
some
name.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a good
I just saw him
Good name.
play, he opened for Cool Customer a few months back.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
dude, that was so good.
Were you at that?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, let's
dude,
go.
His parents were there. Like, his parents and his 2 brothers were there. Which was fire, because they were like, yeah, I don't know. Just the conversations they were having in the green room about, like, yeah, so what do you think about, like, what people do with these things? And his parents were just like, I don't know.
What do you mean? What do they do?
Oh, well, you know, they just
What
hang
kind of
out.
things?
Yeah.
Tie
My
their
kid's
shoes.
doing a thing. We're just trying to understand.
Just drinking?
Yes, exactly. Just drinking water and literally nothing else.
Legal narcotics?
Yes, of course. Lots of Advil at those sets, but
Right.
yeah.
Ibuprofen?
Yes.
Benadryl?
Benadryl
They-
will get you going.
Dude,
They really
Benadryl.
price that shit up, though.
Go hang
true.
out with the
I
Hat
don't know.
Man.
I stay away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know when there's going to be some fentanyl in that Benadryl. Dude. You gotta be
Yeah,
careful.
dude.
I heard Kyoto took a like rhino boner pill before.
Oh.
He just wanted to be rock hard for a sec.
That sounds like Tom.
Yep.
Shout out Tom.
Tom.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Oh, I believe you.
I mean, Tom is goofy enough, as far as I've seen online, that he would pull some shit like that.
Yeah,
but
dude.
Yeah.
1 or 2 of those gas station pills get him going.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
It's
right.
like preset, you know.
He's like,
he's getting lightheaded because all his
Right.
blood's going
He
somewhere
just
else.
pass out the first song in. Just-
Yeah, exactly.
We love you, Tom.
Mixes
him.
5 songs within the first drop.
Just so amped.
But yeah, no, things
Gotta
have been
get it
things
out.
have been chilling. Things have been good. Got some other stuff next year. Got a show that's not yet announced with Tom and a couple other folks that you guys know.
Hell yeah.
So that'll be fun. And then yeah, outside of that, just chilling and trying to figure out how to tie my shoes still. So
it's always a struggle.
yeah, it's tough.
That's the story of my last couple weeks. Just trying to figure out fucking just digging into a sound design hole and just being like, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing at all.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say your last week was still learning how to tie your shoes. Like, no wonder you still
Basically
use
what I
like
was
the
saying, yeah.
Velcro straps
Yeah,
So
why do
much
you think
easier.
I'm
I
wearing
was.
moccasins for
I
a
was.
reason.
I was going back into the shoe tying world.
Yeah.
I had that Synplant too, and it spoiled me. And I was like,
Oh.
well, nah, I should also know all the
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
That's the weird part about like the weird like technical brains we seem to have is like it's sick that Synplant is like generating a thing for you, but every time I'm like, okay, but what is happening? And you peek under the hood and you're like, oh, they did this with that and all that kind of thing.
They did all these knobs that don't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Great.
The
Sure.
interface is so fucked up. Like,
Yeah,
I was
it's
using it
ass.
at John's. Yeah, I was using it at John's the other day. It's like the DNA strand thing is so wildly unnecessary, but it's like it's just interesting to see. Like, yeah, I mean, and to try to resynthesize something with only like a limited set of parameters, like it's interesting. Like, okay, I'm gonna put this in. Like, how the fuck is it gonna try to figure that out? And then you get some weird just like variation of it that's like not really the thing, but I don't know, it's really fun to use for sure. I'm a big phase plant guy myself. That's what I go to.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
Goddamn right.
I have the feeling as Synplant 2 grows in age, I guess you could say, it would be really obvious, for lack of a better word, when it's made by Synplant. Kind of like when you know a Spectrum plugin is being used, it's pretty obvious. Like I feel like there's going to be a certain
It's like when
texture.
AI makes the picture.
Literally,
Right.
And
when
you
AI
see
makes
5
anything.
fingers and or 5.
Yeah.
8 fingers.
Like-
Ew.
Ew.
Well, you know, a couple of them are hidden, and then there's
Right.
still 5.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, how's that
extra
work
one
at
creeping
all?
in.
It's a fucking
We're
club.
missing the thumb and the pinky, and I still see 5 fingers.
Oh shit! Thanks
Hey
for
yo,
the Prime.
what's up, Cree? Oh, sheesh.
Prime 3 months, Cree.
Oh, thank you, Cree. You're the fucking man.
Let's go.
For those of you that don't know, Cree, he goes by Dirty Disco.
Yeah, he was
Fucking
here
Popping
Last week.
off.
Yep.
Yeah. Love you,
here
Cree.
jamming.
Yeah, I think that is true. You're going to be able to hear it. It'll get better, but
Yes.
then also every one of these other synthesizers is going to get
Correct.
their own version of that thing,
Yeah.
which is the day I'm waiting for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
They actually
shortcut
they
day.
came out with one, or somebody made one for Vital, and it's
Really?
ass.
Really?
It's so bad. It can't.
Yeah, it's not good.
It can barely like. I mean, I threw like some pretty basic sounds into there, and it couldn't really accomplish it.
Yeah.
It's
and
almost
it's some
like-
weird third party thing. So you
Yeah.
know, whatever.
It's almost like the equivalent of like Pong as a video game. Like that's the start where you know like, oh, they're doing something, but it'll get better in the coming years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I thought it was. I was talking to John about this yesterday, but really interesting concept to think about. Like with GPT and whatever the fuck sort of stuff now, having like a synth patch generator based on, so you feed it a bunch of learning data or whatever, and then you could do prompt stuff where it would be like, you know, make me a neuro bass that has this, this, and this or whatever. I mean, I guess there's kind of like a floor of like you would have to know the vernacular, but
Yes.
if you were able to just be like, yo, give me this kind of sound or whatever, or use some kind of reference to an artist, and then be able to generate stuff, at least that's close, and then you could fuck with the patch versus like a dance diffusion sort of thing where it's like feed it a bunch of really, really specifically similar stuff to get something that still sounds like it has been carved out of noise essentially. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be insane. I would love to see how like, of course they should get the like foundation settled where it's like make me a neuro bass and it does like a relative neuro bass, but it would be fun to throw in prompts like squish or something or
Yeah,
just something
something abstract.
weird. Yeah,
Or
something
not
abstract.
even words.
yeah,
Make a sound that sounds freaking morphine.
yeah.
It sounds like
And it
Okay.
just tries its best to do like
Yeah.
that would be fun to just fuck with.
Oh,
in that
cat
way.
planes.
Whoa.
oh shit, Zach, in
You're
the
welcome,
bitch.
Inspector
God
Beck.
damn.
Yeah, let's
Inspector
go.
Beck in the
Caplins.
chat.
Out
Let's
here
go.
lurking. Hey guys, that hype train's at 93%.
Holy
Just saying.
shit. Yeah,
Just
can we
saying. It could
top,
use
top that off. Get one more in there.
It could use 7%.
I just watched this. Mr. Bill just posted a course he did at some college, like a 1 hour or so course on AI audio stuff. So go check it out, everybody. Look at his Instagram. He posted like links and shit. It is pretty pretty good. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
you guys
Oh,
fucking
shit.
came up for that.
Thanks for that Prime sub. We are in hype train
wow.
territory.
Holy fucking.
What's up, Fervor?
Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. This is
y'all,
great right
y'all
now.
are too sweet.
We can't even actually podcast.
We
right
can't
now,
even
guys.
get into a conversation
I know,
right now.
right?
The hype train's so hype. It was a pretty good course. He does a good job kind of getting into the depths of kind of what he's figured out with it. But I definitely, I went away being like, all right, sure.
Cool.
It's fine.
like, I don't know. There's not
It's
really.
doing something right now. It's not quite doing what I want it to do.
Yeah.
Crazy with the 5.
Oh my God, you
Oh,
guys.
God
Okay, wait,
damn.
calm down. Calm down. We were joking. Put your money towards some plugins or something.
Right.
But we appreciate it. Fuck yeah. Thank you, boys. That's so
amazing.
sick of you.
Level 3, I don't think we've ever been there before.
We have not.
Dude, how do we beat the boss on this level? I don't know. I've never seen it before. What are the mechanics like? I only have one heart left.
I remember was it like 3 or 4 years ago that the three of us went to KMG to see like a Mr. Bill talk?
I was there.
Were you there for
I
that
was
too?
there.
Dude,
I was there for that.
Hilarious.
I was there
been
too.
in like weird little circles,
Boulder?
but
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, I
think
don't
it was-
remember.
I think it was the Boulder
Yeah.
one because
He
I
talked
don't think
about
it
sub
came to it.
bass.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
KMG Boulder for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
totally.
Yeah.
That's so sick. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that's funny as fuck.
that was
Yeah.
the
That was a good
first
talk.
time.
There's
I
a
learned
whole bunch
about-
of us there.
Yeah.
I know, right? Right. That was the first time I learned about the mud pie concept.
Yeah.
He talked about that, yeah. And since then, we've just been obsessed with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big
Oh,
fan.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's
very
so
big
good.
fan.
It's so good.
Yeah.
When you're making mud pies, do you have any like go-to kind of simple concepts to like start it?
Oh, shit.
Or every time do you just fucking send it?
I did like a presentation on this in the Black
Oh.
Box, actually. I taught like a 3-day course, and it was, but I talked about like making mud pies or whatever, and
Okay.
Oh,
the,
sick.
the concepts that go into it, because like sound design, mix downs, arrangement, all of that shit is so tightly coupled that it's important to start making mix down considerations when you're going to flatten
Yep.
something to audio like
100%.
super early. So like having a good sub bass, if you're making like
True.
a neuro bass or whatever, that's baked in, because I hate writing like a separate sub when
Amen,
I'm making
brother.
a tune.
Really?
Yeah,
Same.
not
Okay.
my favorite
Yeah.
thing to do
Preach.
Oh,
by
I
any means.
love it.
Preach.
I
Yeah.
love it, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
No, it's definitely like there's a lot of ways to skin the cat or whatever. But
Sure.
It's, and I'll do it sometimes like if it's warranted. But I definitely like when I'm making patches, I typically will bake in like a sub or whatever. But when I'm doing like mud pie stuff, it's like, okay, there's 2 ways to do this. Like, do I want something that's entirely random, because the benefits of that are going to be, it's going to be more, you're going to have more moments where you're interacting with the tune, and there's things that you wouldn't have done otherwise. Like if you have all your, LFOs on hertz or whatever, and you have just like kind of randomized stuff, then it's going to be able to give you more, and you do it completely out of context of the BPM, whatever you do, totally separate sound design session, then you'll have more stuff to like interact with. But if you want to do something really intentional, it'll be more usable. So it's like, if you sit there and write a mud pie that's like all automation, that's like very intentional, it's like great. Now I have, typically for like bass noises and shit, I'll do more of that, where it's like intentional, render out a long thing, and then I know, okay, this is all going to be like pretty much usable in the project. And then if I'm making like effects stuff, like I'll just be like, okay, I'm throwing Portal on this, I'm doing like weird shit, and I'm making like a long render of like a sound effects file where like things like the mix down considerations aren't necessarily as important, but you'll get weird articulations and just like crazy,
Right.
rhythms and stuff to work with. So that I definitely think a lot when I'm doing that, so that I don't have to think later. Because when I'm making the tune, I just want to fucking make the tune. I want there to be as minimal of a barrier as physically possible between me and the software. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
100%.
Agreed.
How do you just like flow with it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's amazing, dude. Yeah. So you have it dialed into a science almost. Look at you, dude.
That's one question that I can definitely answer. Because I've thought about it a lot. I've thought about it so much. Because I made so many fucking horrible tunes that are just like,
Yeah.
like, okay, like now I have to try to wrangle this into like some sort of mix down. Which
Totally.
I
Yeah.
like that to a point, but then there's like, there's a wall that you hit where
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
an
like,
uphill
okay, it's just
battle.
fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely. It didn't take long for me to realize that you needed to be thinking about mix down type of things when you're making a mud pie. Like at first, I was like, "How do you do this?" And then it kind of just dawned on me. It's like, "Oh, you just do it. You just think about it while you're making it. Just don't let shit get out of control. And have kind of two styles. Like I have, like when I'm sound designing very purposely, and then when I'm just making like turnaround kind of sounds, which would be just like your FX and stuff like that, like or melodic mud pie.
I'm just trying to get a laser going out of this,
Sure.
Right.
or a boop or something.
Right.
Sure. Right.
Yeah,
It's time and place with all this when you're being like creative and working in the DAW.
Yeah.
All this shit.
Yeah, I like setting up like a good chord that would have a bunch of notes that work for like a bass line, and then using like a arpeggiator and setting it up to where it's going to give me bass lines.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And for that kind of situation, I'm going to put more sub into that bass and like try and make it to where I can just use the chunk that I like
Yep.
and loop it and make little adjustments here and there throughout the track. And then sometimes it's just like, I'm hoping I get like maybe an impact or a riser or what. I don't give a fuck. I just want a weird noise.
And that is the glory of Bitwig, is you can have so many random LFOs throughout the mud pie just being free that you can really walk away for a half an hour and you have no idea what the fuck you're going to come back to.
It's so
It's the
best.
best.
Yeah, it's really
It's
fucking cool.
so great.
Yeah. The goat.
When did you like transfer and bail on all of us Ableton heads?
Yeah, exactly. I used Ableton for probably like 6 years. Before that, I was Logic, and then
Oh, Logic, really?
yeah, just because my buddy had a cracked version of Logic. I used to like rap and make.
No,
Yeah, dude,
what?
I was like the kid that would like
Let's go.
throw a beat on at the party, or really, it got to a point where it was like my friends would be like, okay, like throw a beat on, and then that was just my thing. I just did all my free time because I don't know, I'm a fairly anxious person, so if I'm not doing something, I'm thinking, and if I'm thinking, it's typically pretty bad. So like if I'm just alone or whatever, or if I'm just fucking around like walking through life, what I used to do was just like write raps all the time and then internalize them or whatever, and then just like that was what I would do when I freestyled or whatever. But like Logic was first, and I would make beats with guitar and whatever, and then moved over to Ableton when I was in college. I used to manage an artist that I met at it was like a tour of the Fox Theater in Boulder. And we were talking after, and I was like more on the industry side of it at that point because I was a business school student. And he was like, "Oh, I was telling him something about like I want to start managing artists, and he was like, "Cool, I'm looking for a manager or whatever." We worked together. He booked all his own shows, and I made music, and ultimately I kind of made some music for like his project. So then we were like, "This doesn't make any fucking sense."
Hilarious.
So then we started doing our own thing.
You're managing.
Yeah.
And I'm making your beats. What's going on here?
He was way better at booking shows than I was, and I just like really loved making music. So we just ended up like splitting. We were still very good friends, but we ended up splitting in like that relationship.
That's
and
hilarious.
then moved to Ableton at that time because I was like, oh, I'll get Ableton so that homie can use it. And then I just ended up making music in Ableton for years and years, and then I still predominantly make music in Ableton just because I'm quicker, but like
It's more comfortable.
Yeah, but like I have a laptop that I can't make music in Ableton on unless everything's flattened, which that limitation is fun, like working in only audio, but like I can actually make fucking music in Bitwig because it's so much better optimized.
Wow. Okay.
On my laptop, and then all the modulation stuff, like you were saying, is just fucking insane, dude.
I am
It's
jealous
so
of that.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll pull up random things on the podcast, and I'm just like, what? I can't do that unless I put in a lot of work into Ableton to like make something. Yeah, that's cool. One day, dude. One day. I brought it up so many times on the pod, but like I'm going to be in Bitwig.
One day.
I'm scared to like commit to the new thing. I don't know.
It's not that new. It's just better.
It's new for me. The new thing for me. But I mean, I made a switch from like FL to Ableton,
me too.
so like why not just learn another one?
It's a way different workflow to go from FL to Ableton. You
Correct.
can totally do it. You can
Right.
totally do it.
Correct. I feel like FL to anything is way different than Ableton to anything else.
Strange workflow.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Especially Ableton to Bitwig. It's a pretty,
it's pretty-
streamlined.
yeah.
It's not that much different.
It's like Ableton devs, and you can customize all the keyboard shortcuts. So it's like you can make it as easy as it can be. I remember you telling me though that you didn't. You were
I did
like,
not.
"Fuck it, I'm just
I
going
didn't,
balls in."
I didn't change anything.
Yeah, you both just went for the new hotkeys.
The only thing he changed that I know that I didn't change is the deactivation.
Oh, that's true. I
Because
had it.
it comes in as Alt A
Nah.
is the
Ew.
deactivation.
Zero,
Wrong.
dude.
It's zero.
Zero die.
Zero forever.
I think
Yeah.
Alt A is easier.
Oh.
I mean, it is right there.
I mean, my fingers are right here. I just click it.
All that's on my mouse. It's all on my big buttons on my mouse. So
that's a different story right there.
It all gets rekey-binded to the mouse anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, his mouse also has like 15 buttons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a nerd mouse.
It's a nerd mouse. It's a nerd mouse. Ergonomic mouse. Also.
No, it's not that ergonomic. It's-
Okay. Yeah.
it's a monster.
Yeah, the reason I like it is because it has like 32 buttons on the side.
Also, if you guys want to visualize it,
also
it's
huge.
like
I have big
9
hands.
inches.
Yeah,
it's
big.
a thick boy. Like
Yeah.
his hand doesn't even.
It's light
like
though. Featherweight.
It is featherweight, dude.
featherweight division.
Fucking 4 DPI settings, son. Come on.
Feels like
I
nothing.
mean, come on.
So I've been
Come at me.
the past like 3 months or whatever. I've talked on the podcast about how I've been playing with M freeform phase. Yeah. And I learned this really, really, really sick trick. Because one thing you can't do in freeform is automate or modulate your points to like change the shape of how you're processing the phase.
Gotcha.
And I figured out a way to do it.
How's that?
So you have to use another Melda plugin called MXXX. And what that does is it's almost like a host.
Puts tits on your track.
Yeah, what?
It's just the porn plugin,
It's
basically.
Is
yeah.
it a container? Do you like put the
It's a
freeform
container,
thing
exactly.
inside of it?
Yeah. So it's a
Oh.
container for
Macro.
every Melda
I like
plugin
this.
that exists.
I like
Whoa.
this. Do I
Yeah.
have this?
That's really cool.
Yeah, dude, I know. I was so pumped on it.
Fucking really sick.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So with MXXX, the container plugin, you can, since it's mapped to like the host software and whatever, it has a separate panel for just mapping specific knobs the way you would just automate something. And in that you can automate the points of your freeform phase. So you can change the shape a little bit. I haven't figured out how to change it from like 2 saw waves to like 3 kind of thing. You can only automate the points that like you've selected to be on the freeform phase. But it's a step. And I'm pumped on it because now you can, wiggle it around and change your sound and each note or whatever the fuck.
The version of Melda that I have.
I think we all have the same version, so it should work in theory.
I don't have XXX.
He doesn't.
Oh, really?
He doesn't have the one that
But-
got installed by a certain person.
Oh, damn.
The super special one.
Well,
the
yeah.
super special.
Oh,
I'll
the
get
super
you guys
special
that one then.
Oh.
Do you have, I think there's another one that's just MX or MXX, like a smaller one? You might have that. If not,
We can look it up here. Let's find out what it costs to get this plugin right here.
I like how it goes straight to Pornhub as the other
As
one.
a second option.
It's $1,000.
Wait a second.
Oh
What
my
the
god!
fuck,
No, actually,
dude?
that makes sense because it's literally every Melda plugin they've ever
Oh,
made
it's
in
just
the container.
in the container.
Yeah, it's literally just built into it. So what you do is this little thing on the left side, all those little white squares.
Oh my god. It's
like a reactor.
Yeah. You can just add you can make one of those squares M freeform phase, and one of the tabs over here you can add the
How did you figure this
parameter
out?
mapping.
Was it a YouTube video?
No, so this is like the first thing I've ever actually like come up with that I haven't seen online. It was inspired by a YouTube video though. I watched I wish I could remember his name, but I watched some guy who just is like strictly like sound design tutorials on YouTube, who's like a really small channel. Like I don't know how it even came up on my feed. But he was playing around with this concept of like, what if you add 16 freeform phases to your thing? Like what happens? And I don't know, something just triggered like, because he was using MXXX to add just a stack. And I was
Right.
like, oh, like,
Can I use
Let
that
me just
to
play with it.
modulate stuff?
and it wasn't even, can I use that to modulate? But I was just playing with it. And then I accidentally clicked on like the parameter mapping tab. And I was just like, oh, wait, can you actually fucking do this? And I did it.
That's sick.
And it's so sick, right?
Yeah, that's sick. I heard
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can get the core for 107. I don't know. Buy only those modules you actually want. Okay, so this is just the container
Gotcha.
for 107.
So you could get
bucks.
the free Melda and then get this,
And then-
it will use whatever you have in the free,
I
and then
want-
you could add
Yeah, I wonder.
That makes sense.
accordingly.
That's the question, though. Can you access the ones you already have with this, or do you have to get
Oh, yeah, no,
additional
for
ones
sure.
built in?
I would imagine the way they have it set up is
It could
whatever
just-
you have.
I would hope so.
Yeah, because if you scroll down, the ones that are like red,
Okay.
I think you just would not have.
Okay.
So yeah, in my case, it would.
Drummer. What
That
the
makes
fuck
sense.
Is that?
Dude, there's so many.
Is that
Look
like
at all this
addictive
shit.
drums? What is that?
Which one?
M Drummer. That sounds crazy.
I don't
It does
know.
sound crazy. It does sound crazy.
Let's find out.
Yes.
Do you use the Melda freeform phase?
Yeah, dude.
Drummer.
Like
My
John showed me
man.
some shit in that. That was like, it just you could just make it like a crazy disperser type thing, but it's
It's-
got like more flexibility than disperser.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. John showed me
Wait,
also.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's like disperser, but not like disperser?
M freeform phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a more customizable disperser or something.
Whoa.
I really honestly don't fully understand what it's doing to the
No
sound,
idea.
but yeah.
No
okay.
idea, dude.
Okay, yeah, we're both in the same
Yeah, I
boat.
just know it sounds cool and you
It
can
just-
get like a squishy boop sound out of it. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You guys
Exactly.
have something other than video.
I mean, we could watch a video.
Drum set editor.
You are now listening to an Always 400 production. Welcome to the Producer's Lounge with your hosts, David, Austin, and Caleb.
Don't like it.
Love it.
There's just loads of it. Yeah. Focus right. Calm down.
It's a drummer. It's a drum
If
plug.
you select an entire set,
Plug-in.
this command will replace all corresponding sounds found in it.
I like how they're just like,
And an end.
hey, here's our version of a virtual drummer.
Yeah.
It looks just as ugly as all our
Yeah,
other stuff.
it looks like shit.
It
just
looks
like
the
everything
same.
If you're looking for a drum thing that it's going to take you a year to navigate, we're your guys.
Honestly, I don't hate the UI.
No,
of
I love
the
it.
Stuff.
And what's
It
sick
does
about it,
not look the best, but I don't think it deserves the hate that it gets. Maybe that's just me. Everyone I've ever talked to is like, "Fuck it," and I get it. I get it.
my favorite thing is you can just
Oh, the
fucking
styles?
change
What?
it.
I
Yeah.
love
Sick.
that.
I didn't
Yeah.
know
I
that's a
love
thing.
Yeah.
artillery. Artillery's great, and it saves for the whole project.
Whatever you
That's
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Yeah. But when you open a new project, it's going to be back to default. But I just do that now.
I think there's a way you
immediately.
can set it as default.
You're probably right.
I can't remember. Oh yeah.
No.
No. Select. No. Go down. Exit out of that. The bottom button up here. Select output style as default.
Oh, yeah, right there.
I
But
think.
What's also nice is you can it's got
Customize it?
all the
Yeah.
it's for
And
a
they have
free
the
plugin-
rainbow hue. Like you can literally pick
Right.
any color.
for a free
Some
plugin.
nerd made this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
Some
mean-
aesthetic nerd. Maybe.
Phase plant could take fucking notes. Okay, just saying.
Mm.
Because
Hey.
I have a pretty good phase plant skin, but it doesn't really matter what skin you have. It's gonna bog it down a little bit.
Oh, you have a pink one. I thought you had like an orange one.
I did, but that one with the background images slowed. Like when I had 4 of these open at once, the computer was like,
I can't. I
and
can't.
yeah, it's not. It can't handle it. But I would love skins or an editor
Yeah.
for phase plant
That's fair. That's fair.
and for Bitwig at large. But that's I'm asking a lot there because Bitwig's already so amazing,
Right.
and I like its look because it doesn't look like a lab like Ableton does. Ableton's nice, but it's just like white and sterile and
I like it.
fluorescent.
I like it. It looks like Microsoft Excel, and I fuck with that.
Looks nice.
I don't.
One thing that it's so subtle and it doesn't matter, but the thing that fucks with me is having the volume and all that information on the left side. Just because I'm so used to Ableton, it's all on the right.
It is for a little bit, but then you realize it's better.
I agree. I think it makes more sense.
I like
because you're
it.
going from left to right, like when you play the track.
You grab
so
your
it kind of just
samples
makes
from the
sense for it to
right.
be there.
Right. You grab stuff from over here and you add things from just down here, which this is my favorite.
Oh, that's so much better.
It's the best. I hate typing Control F, typing a thing, and then scrolling all the way to the bottom of the browser just to grab Pro L2.
It's always the bottom. Why
I don't
is
know.
that on Ableton?
I don't know.
It's fucking whatever.
I'm not sure.
Lame.
But that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
So, Justin, have you been playing with any have you been learning any new techniques, or have you just been kind of refining other ones, or just dicking around, or anything like that?
Yeah, I was telling them I've been really into like the XY basses in Bitwig, where you can set like, so you can click on any given corner, you know, for I think it's like I forget what the modulator's called. It's XY something, or it's like it's not parseek, it's I forget what it is, but you can set like parameters for a given patch to specific values at each corner, and then you can morph between them. So it's like you can do different LFO speeds, you can do different whatever, like you could have it be this thing, but it allows you to get a bunch of mileage out of your bass, which is kind of an iteration on a concept I was like doing in Ableton, which is just making patches and like diving in and being like, okay, I have 16 macros, I'm gonna get 16 articulations that'll like work decently well with each other or just like interesting in general. And then trying to get the most mileage out of a single patch.
Let's go. I love that concept.
Yeah.
That the XY concept. I think I've never actually played with it, but that's kind of the like morph VST or even Serum. I know in Ableton, like in the little square on your channel, it has like an XY function, but I've never seen anyone use that ever. But it's kind of that concept, right? Where it's just playing with your
exactly. I mean, like the interesting thing about Bitwig, like between that and like the parseek 8 modulators, like in Ableton, it'll be like here's an XY pad, but like you can assign the X axis to something and you can assign the Y axis to something. It's not like in this corner it's this sound and in this corner it's this sound, and we'll do the interpolation between the two.
Oh, okay.
Like it's, I don't know, it's really cool. I know that Suzuki Kentaro has a really cool like XYZ like modulator thing that he made in Max for Live, but I haven't tried it yet. I don't know how it works, but it's
Suzuki what?
Kentaro. Yeah,
Kentaro.
he's sick. But it's like it's weird to have that Z axis because technically if you're going X and Y, you go to this corner, you're moving along the Z axis as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it doesn't make sense in my brain that it would work like where you'd have any control over
I
it.
wonder if you can
Unless
like
you're in VR,
I feel
and you
that.
can have depth.
Okay. Oh, John said you hold shift to go. Of course he fucking knows.
Oh,
because
what's
he
up,
always does.
John?
But you hold shift to go Z axis. Okay, that's cool then. That's
Okay.
cool.
I like actually like adding just a Z axis concept to any plugin is kind of fun in this like little 2D world we're working in.
Yeah, it's just fun to like think. I don't know. That dude has the craziest like LFO cluster, whatever. Like
Oh,
type
yeah.
of
It's that guy?
modulators. Yeah,
That
dude,
Love
he's just
LFO
an
clusters.
Absolute genius.
Have you heard of P noise?
P noise.
That's inappropriate.
yeah,
Dude,
Sorry, folks. We'll bleep
I've heard
that out.
P noise many times.
it's a plugin that just is the sound of P. Yeah, no.
You
John,
can change where it hits on the rim or in the bowl.
exactly.
Sick UI.
Actual,
Dude, the
actual
UI.
sick ass VST. It's
No,
just
no.
a synthesizer.
Yeah.
There's one oscillator.
So for the Ableton heads out there, if you add like the stock LFO, there's the randomize option, and you can add the smoothing. But it's kind of, I don't know, it's not the greatest thing.
Yeah.
So P noise is kind of an expansion of that
Sorry, guys.
concept, where it's just a little more like, it feels like naturally more random.
Yeah.
In a way. And that's literally all it does. It's just like a randomizer kind of thing. But
Yeah, but
it's
with
been
more parameters or whatever.
not even more
It's
parameters
just
necessarily.
You just feel more comfortable with its randomness.
Yeah. It seems
yeah.
like a more like natural randomness.
I, too, didn't like the Ableton randomizer with smooth on it either. I didn't like that. kept me from using randomizers a lot
Yeah, sure. Sure.
because of things like that. Now it's easy because Bitwigs makes it stupid. But
Ugh.
yeah, that's a bummer. But I'm glad there's all those Max for Live things. That's fucking huge.
Thank God
That's
for those
so
people.
huge.
And LFO cluster. I just started
sick.
using that one like 4 months ago or something.
Super duper sick. Yeah.
So
Apparently, Ableton 12's LFO is going to replace the need for Pinoy, says restraint music.
Oh, really? I haven't seen anything.
John
about
wants to
that.
come on and do an Ableton 12 breakdown.
Yep.
This is not an Ableton stream, John. I'm just saying.
Yes, it is. Come on, John. I need more Ableton support over here.
Well, we finally got
Well,
somebody
we got
who's-
Bitwig
in Bitwig.
5.1.
I know.
So
I know. I'm outnumbered right now.
suck it, Ableton 12.
I could go back to Bitwig right now and we could show you guys a whole bunch of new fun things we just want.
Oh, yeah. We
Shoot out.
We could do a shootout. It could be fun. It could be.
Shoot out.
shit's hilarious.
But yeah, John, we'll have you on when that shit drops. Or before.
Yeah, right. Fuck you, John, dude.
Since you got the
You're
beta.
banned from being on here.
Well, he's got the beta, so he's important to somebody.
Yeah.
The problem is then you got to get the beta over to Caleb.
That's true.
Well, whatever.
Well,
We'll
yeah.
figure it out. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
We'll make it
Yeah,
work.
that would be kind of a pain. But we could probably make that work.
Logistics just right in the podcast here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
Welcome
I'll
to the
talk to you
producer
later,
lounge.
John. Well,
Oh,
shit
okay,
on
cool.
some noobs.
So something that's been on my mind like more and more each coming month is playing live shows and how to like build a set or prepare for a set or something like that. Because I still haven't played a show yet, but I feel like it's like right around the corner, you know?
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
So I want your thoughts on like I don't know. How do you like prepare for it, or
You're
like
gonna
what is
hate
the thought
this answer
process?
so much.
Am I?
I'm gonna love it.
I just have one playlist of 8 hours of my tunes, and I just
Holy shit!
play. Yeah.
8 hours?
Yeah, like
You have
from
8 hours of music?
Yeah, from like the past like 5 or so years.
Holy.
So you just push
fuck.
play on that playlist and
Yeah,
just let it go.
Oh yeah.
And then they try
you
to
just
cut me
dance
off, and I'm
around.
like, "Get the fuck out of here!" We're
Hey, we're only
eighth
half
of
an
the
hour
way.
into this.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's okay. And then I just, if I have new tunes, and it's however I sort. Like typically I'll be like, okay, I want to make sure I play the new tunes that I made, and then I'll go to BPM and kind of rock with that for a little bit. Click on like the number thing again, just to because you can sort by as a specific order that you have. Like arranged, but like it'll be like the newest song by default. So like I'll just have I know I want to play these. I'll play a couple of them, go over to like the BPM thing, and then I'll go back over
that
to like
makes
which
sense.
ones did I not play yet.
Yeah.
Cool, this 141, but I'm in 86. I'll figure out a way to work that. And then the most stressful parts of a set are really just changing between BPMs,
Yeah.
but you can be a real fuckboy about that and be like,
Amen, brother.
be like reverb, delay, and be like, yo, it's my girlfriend's birthday today. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure,
whatever.
just say
song.
something to
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I made this morning. I
Yeah.
hope you guys like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But yeah, and
That's
then
amazing.
You guys are the first ones to hear this.
yeah, but like if I don't know, that's why I like playing all original sets too. Is because I know all the tunes so well that I don't have to do anything else.
Exactly.
Do you make a point to be an all original set?
Yeah,
Is that what you
like,
always
I've
do?
been doing that
I'm
for
fucking
years,
man.
yeah.
I love to hear that.
But
That's
Love
what
to
I
hear
do
that.
too.
I want to
Yeah.
do DJ sets
Fuck
too because
yeah.
I have so many friends that make fucking incredible music. So it's like I want to make sure that I do that too. But I
Sure,
don't know. I
sure.
play so infrequently that
It's
I'm
kind of
like,
easier to do because you can be we do the same thing. We'll have Party B and then we have DJI Fridays,
yeah.
which is our just get a gig in
Yeah.
for fun and practice. And for those shows, we'll just play whatever the fuck. We never even prepare too much. We
Yeah.
just
Or kind of
kinda-
like whatever room
We'll
we're in
download
or who we're
things.
playing for. Like,
yeah. We'll
Yeah.
tailor it, which
A
is
little
fun.
bit.
And then we can also play a bunch of our homies' tunes, which
Yeah.
is badass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the
And a bunch
last
of
time
the
we
new
played,
whips.
we played a bunch of the boys' tunes.
I got
That
to
was
hear
fun.
one of my songs on the
Yeah,
system, and
I think we
that
played
was- that was
more
good, so,
homie tunes
yeah.
than our tunes.
Yeah, honestly,
Um,
you guys were just fucking sending.
I mean, it helps
Shit's
when we have
so
a bunch
fun.
of homies
yeah.
giving us tunes.
It's so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes the pressure off you for your project, for the like for your personal project. You know, if you're playing all original shit, you can't really play that often because you're just playing the same shit over and over.
Right.
So like,
Right.
it makes sense to put time in between shows in that situation.
Yeah.
But a DJ project, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, just
I'm
there's
just
new tunes
here
coming out
for
every
a
day,
couple
dude.
bucks and a good hang.
Yeah.
And people will hire you for that,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
You should do it.
if you can not train wreck, everybody will
Everybody
hire
loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not that hard to train wreck. Just slow down.
Yeah.
If
To
it's
not
not,
train wreck.
yeah, if it's not going to work,
It's really easy to train wreck.
It's a
well,
really
I mean, it's not. You just turn down the volume of the one train wrecking.
Yeah.
true.
Just don't force the mix if it's going to be shitty.
That's
You
fair.
know?
That's fair.
People can wait a minute. At least this is how I feel, because I see people just don't know what to do, and then they just
Yeah, they're like,
push it up.
I'm committed.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, just
Come
put the
on.
headphones on.
Yeah.
and chill.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that literally that blows my mind.
I
that you
love
have
it
like
when
8
people
hours
commit.
worth of original music, because I'm building
You
like an
probably have
original
more
set.
than that.
Well,
not
so that's
just
the thing.
in terms of like all your projects.
Oh,
you
sure,
know.
sure. All the
But
projects.
If you would have printed all of them and put them in a playlist, you'd probably
Sure.
have a
Right,
lot.
right. The set I'm trying to build though, I've kind of like narrowed it down to like 10 songs
Love it.
that I'm like I would actually like to play these, and I'm confident in these. And even out of those 10, it's really like 4. I'm like, these are the 4, and then the other 6 are like they're solid, but whatever.
Yeah.
So like to have 8 hours, like
I don't like any of my
Jesus.
tunes
just-
right now.
Yeah. Oh, really? Same. I mean, same. I have 8 hours of dog shit. It's not, there's a lot of like collabs and stuff too. I mean, that's why the library is so deep, is just because living here, it's like, I don't know, just fucking everybody's making music. So it's
Yeah.
like,
It is
to have
crazy
somebody
as
pull
fuck,
up,
right?
you get
Yeah.
a 4-hour session, and the way that I set up my mixdown template is just like, by the time that 4-hour session is done with, it's like pretty much playable, you know? Just with like all the clipping and kind of mixing as I go, and mixing into a limiter, writing into a limiter, whatever.
Beautiful.
I've done that for long enough that it's like I don't really have to be pressed about making it sound super good, you know? Like when I play it, it's more so just about like the arrangement needs to be all fixed and whatever before I release it, I guess.
That's
more the thing.
definitely there's definitely a huge, not huge, but there's a difference between playable and release
For sure.
worthy.
Yes.
Like you
Big
can make
time.
something playable pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
Like if you're not,
if you really want, yeah.
yeah, like it's not going to be that.
Yeah, in a big room with big speakers, super fucking loud, if you have a lot going on in your song, it better be mixed really, really fucking good for the fucking tune to sound good. But I mean, a pretty simple mixed tune with like the right elements in it will just fucking
Slap.
jam.
Yep.
It'll go
And
crazy as fuck because there's reverb in the room.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be all fucking perfectly finessed
Right, the
in at that point.
the main thing would be is just like, is your high end not out of control?
Yeah,
And is your
which
bottom
is
end
your
not out of
bottom
control?
end consistent. Yeah,
Yeah, there's just those two elements to really pay attention to, and then
Yeah.
just
And then
push
there's
it
the
into a
mids.
limiter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'll still
mids
blow
will
people's
just-
ears out for like I'll still just like pull up with a tune that's so fucked in like the sibilance range, and I'll be like, I'm trying to play this though, and then
Yeah,
I'll try to
yeah.
just trim the highs. so I
Y'all didn't
compensate
bring
for it.
headphones?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't bring fucking plugs? What's
Earplugs?
up?
You're done for.
Sorry, it's
You're
your,
done. You're
it's
done.
your
Game
bad.
over.
It's your bad.
Just like
Do you-
have a thing
It's
that
in the
you hang
contract
in
that
front of the
you
decks.
signed for tickets.
Yeah, sure, right. Do you still get nervous when you play a show? Is
I
it
have to
still
pee
like
before I play. Like every time, it's
That's a
like
good call,
Within
actually, yeah.
within like 15 minutes of me playing, but before that, I'm just kind of like I don't know. Usually when I play, it's in Denver for the most part, and or if I play out of state, there's like a couple dudes I know.
Oh, you played
on
out of
it.
state? That's sick.
Yeah, I played in Kentucky this summer. I played in New York. I played
Big ups.
Infrasound in the spring.
Oh, let's fucking
that
go.
was super
That's
fun.
cool.
I played like the silent disco at Infrasound in the fall. That was not like planned, but
Mm.
I pulled up like with Kevin Breadwinner to go see him play, and like all of my best friends were on that shit. So it was like
Nice.
Slato and a bunch of other peeps. So
Oh,
I, like,
yeah.
yeah.
Shout out fucking Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb's
Yep,
been
shout
That
out
on
dude,
Caleb.
He
I
was
love
the-
that guy. We had him
Yeah.
on the pod, and he was the most like loving, just fun human to be
Such
around.
a cool
love that
dude.
dude.
I love that guy so much.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Love that guy.
But yeah, like I don't know. So whenever I play, I typically am just talking to somebody until I'm like, oh shit, you know, I'll set a timer on my phone or whatever, and then I have to go pee, and then I just play or whatever. I don't look up ever when I play either. Like,
Oh,
I just-
really?
Nah, like I just stare at the decks. And
Nah.
then, yeah, and then if
You're not
there's-
on the mic like 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
jump.
yeah, exactly.
No, he is. He's just not looking up.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like if somebody says my name, like in the black box, it's like I'll play a tune, or it'll get quiet, and somebody's like, I'll look up and I'll go, and then I'll just be like, I'm back in my shit. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love that.
Yeah, he likes to look back to the left. That
Damn
makes
it,
sense.
John.
Hey.
Nice.
John got a sound effect from the chat. Good job, John.
That's cool though, man. When did you play your first show?
First show, I used to play. I used to like DJ parties, and then in like
Okay.
college and stuff, and then
It's like house party type
yeah,
shit.
yeah, exactly, like big house party stuff, and play house music and play like whatever basic shit, and then when it's time
Whoa.
to kick everybody out, it was dubstep time.
Yeah,
And
let's
then-
go. Right,
yeah.
that seems to be how it goes.
That's how I started. That's why I started making was like heavy ass dubstep shit, and then I opened for AT Aliens one time, and like Bear Grylls. a
Whoa,
different time.
did you really?
Yeah, super random. Like when I was in college,
Crazy, man.
I was in a duo with my homie, like my roommate at the time,
Huh.
and then we would just play like that stuff. That was the stuff I started making, and then I started my solo project when I like got out of college.
How long ago was that? Like 4?
That was like 4 years ago.
Word.
Yeah, and then I played bass ops, which is like this dude Dom Perea plays.
Dom.
Yeah, he throws those shows.
Yeah, he's
and
the
then,
man.
Yeah, he is the man. I love Dom a lot. He's
Dude,
given me a lot of really good opportunities.
He's like,
Really
you
good
think he's
opportunities.
like 35.
Yeah,
And
nope.
he's like, no, I'm like 22. You're
Yeah,
like, what?
Straight up, dude. That kid's been in this.
How
shit
are there
for so
not
long.
more 22-year-olds like you? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
He's like a
dialed.
22-year-old promoter?
yeah.
Whoa.
And he
Yeah.
gets shit.
Okay.
It's like now
Done.
he's about my age, like 20, 25, 26,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't
he,
know him.
Yeah, he's the man, dude. He's a really really smart guy.
Yeah, he's super smart.
and he puts in work for the homies. But like I played a
about
bass
Dom?
op show. Yeah, exactly. And
Thickest
then,
frames in the business.
does, dude.
Yeah.
Motherfucker can't see shit.
No. But he can see somebody who shouldn't be on stage.
Yeah, dude. No,
Real quick.
He keeps his ear to the ground. He still does, which is awesome. And I played bass ops as my first show under this like moniker or whatever.
Sure.
And when I went to go play, I had bounced all of my music at 32-bit
Yep.
wave.
Whoops.
All my originals, and like probably half or 75% of the music at that point was originals. So I had like 25% of a set to play on this USB, and I was like, what the fuck? And my homie, if you know M-Port,
Speak of the devil, Slamato.
Oh, you know? Oh, yeah.
yeah, Mark's the man. But
No fucking way.
he pulled up and he had his USB. I was like, Mark, what the fuck? Like, I was like texting him during the set, like, do you have like a USB, whatever? He like brought it, and I just played a bunch of his old like 2013 trap edits.
Hell yeah.
No.
And my
shit.
homies were all like, dude, that set was sick.
Right.
And I was like, no, dude, that was fucked. Like, that was not what I wanted to do at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, wait. That's insane. I had like a weird little like synchronicity moment. So Import, the first time I saw him or whatever was on TikTok. He did some like fun little TikTok thing like 8 months ago or something. And I just saw he was on another podcast that I think is hosted here in Denver called like Ableton
Yeah.
Production Podcast or something. And I was listening to that yesterday.
Oh,
And I
really?
was going through all of it. Yeah.
That's
and
funny.
I was like, oh, this dude is like, oh, he's really cool.
He's the
so
man.
yeah, you're just homies with him, like
Yeah. Like
Small world.
He introduced me to like Cairo and Banco and those guys. And he's just, I don't know, he's put on for a lot of my friends. He's supported me. He like my first like larger label release was Spicy Boys, like
Oh, no
yeah,
shit.
and that was with Mark. That was a collab with Mark, and he had the
Okay.
plug for that. So it was like he has been a very dope dude to have having the shit.
He seems
Hey,
like
Caleb.
very like genuine
Hey,
and just
Caleb.
loving.
Yeah, he's a fucking awesome dude. He's a really good.
Oh, dude, you missed it. We were talking about you, Mr. Mato.
I mean, you missed it. You can't read the chat.
Yeah.
No, I put my contacts in.
Oh.
I can see
Well,
HD
he
right now.
came in and he called us fuckers.
Wow, dude. You know what? Never mind. Fuck
Because
you.
Carrie
Fuck you. Ban him.
told
Ban this
Slamato
guy.
we were talking shit.
Carojuana.
Oh yeah.
Like these guys, first time chatting up in
I know.
here.
First time chat.
First time
you're just
chat.
starting chaos.
Fuckers.
Jesus Christ.
That's my lady. My lady.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's amazing though. It's so weird. Like
You can get,
the
come,
more people
come back on, Samato.
Oh yeah, 100%. Kayla, we miss you.
Yeah, we got
Get back in
positions
here.
for the new year.
Yeah.
Fucking hit
We're all
us
booked
up.
out for the rest of the year, but
Yeah.
let's get it going.
The rest of
Yeah.
the year's pretty busy.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm so happy to be a part of this scene that's developing in Denver.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, even outside of like just like left field bass or bass music, like all of the scenes and the people we've been meeting, it's just there's like a fun community building, and I love it so much. I'm so happy to be a part. Fuck you, Dave. Come on. Whatever, chat. Get emotional with me. Get real with me. Like it's so sick. It's so sick. I'm so pumped on it.
No, dude, it's good shit. I've met some of the best friends of my life in this shit, and I've gone through some of the hardest times of my life, you know, in the past couple years, and having like a support system through this, and then being able to like enjoy some of the coolest shit I've ever fucking seen with them too is just, I don't know, man. It's what life's about, and it makes me really happy for sure.
I know, dude. Imagine what is gonna happen in like 10 years, and then all of us are like the guys in the scene, and we're running shit. Like, oh,
I ain't running shit but this podcast.
yeah.
Maybe. Do you got some over-unders over there for the end of the show?
I want
Yeah, I
to do
got some-
I want to
some
do a
low
quick
ones.
shout out. We went to a Vibe Squad mixing
yeah.
Aaron
class
is the man, dude.
Aaron is the man.
at
That was so
The
much
Black
fun.
Box
Shout out
on
Vibe
Sunday.
Squad. That was amazing.
and it was really great. He
Yeah, we need to get him on the
he
show.
did a lot of talking about clipping shit, which was great.
Which is, we
And
talk
he,
about
he
that
did a
on
very
the spot a lot.
basic kind of mixing for beginners kind of a thing, but he did it in a way where you're like, okay, good. I'm glad this is the way you're thinking about it and trying to teach people to do it, because this is what I like to do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of like validation where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we are on like the right path. We're doing things like, yeah.
But yeah, we want to get that motherfucker on this podcast.
Yes, dude. He's literally the reason that I make the music I make, because I had
Really?
Same.
I had one-on-one lessons with him.
Oh,
when I was like years ago or whatever, and he showed me Slug Wife, and I was like, "Fuck,
Dude,
me,
Slug
it's
Nice.
Wife? Yeah, dude, 100%.
It's over, dude." I was like, how do I like, what do you think of this song? And he's like, dude, your arrangement shit just makes absolutely no sense. Like, listen to this. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, I don't think we brought it up last week, but Slug Wife just announced
I
that the
know.
label is dying. They're killing it.
Done for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
The label is done.
No, not good as in they should die.
Wow, Caleb.
I'm just excited to see what they do next.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
100%.
every good project should die.
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes
Yeah.
it good.
Yeah.
Sure.
They had
Like-
an amazing run.
It's not about the project.
Right.
It's about the artist.
And also, I realized
Amen,
in one
brother.
of their posts, like for some reason in my mind, I'm still like somewhat newer to like that kind of scene. The past like 3 years, I've been learning about it or whatever, and like diving into all those guys' music. But I thought they were established in like 2005 type thing. And in one of their posts, they were like 2017 or 2016. Like it was the past like it's a kind of like a baby time frame, or like not to diminish their time frame, but. It was like shorter than I thought, and I was
Flash
like,
in the pan sort of situation where it's just like they just fucked up shit for like 5
Yeah.
years, 6 years, and then they're like, cool.
Yeah,
we're gonna do our own
exactly.
shit. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. They just came in so hot, and fucking everyone knows about them. Yeah, it was cool though. Shout out Slug Wife. I'm excited to see what like all those guys do next.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really cool,
Very soon.
Shout out yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for coming on the pod,
dude.
Justin.
Front right here in person. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man, that dead air was so good.
I was wondering how long it would go.
I know. I ate it. Oh, it was so yummy.
I can't handle it, dude. I
No?
get anxious, bro.
Oh, I know. It's so
I get
good.
anxious. I do a fart noise.
I love it. It makes me feel so good. Folks, thanks for tuning in to episode 135. We got a couple over-unders here real quick. We'll do lightning fast.
Okay, so this is I just have to say because I got to give another shout out to Cree. He
Shout
came
out
up with
Cree.
this concept that
Sure.
I'm
Shout out
gonna
Cree.
start
yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
So we used to do like a lightning round where we just like ask
Which
a
we'll
question,
still do.
and we'll still do that.
Every
Yeah.
once in a...
But Cree came on the pod and he was like, "What if we do like, is this overrated or is this underrated?" Oh, actually, now that I think about some of my second question, it might be
We'll
not
work
an
with it.
overrated,
We'll work
underrated.
with it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I like working with this one. Though.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Caleb likes to put his spin on
Yeah,
the other people's
100%, 100%.
subjects.
He likes to put a
I
lot of
also like-
things on other people.
I also like joshing the fuck around.
Yeah.
Over or under? Here we go. Pre-planned sets.
So are pre-planned sets overrated or underrated? Chat, chime in also. We want to hear what you guys think.
It's over or underrated.
Underrated.
Okay.
Underrated. I agree. Pre-planned sets are underrated.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand why some people are doing pre-planned sets.
True.
Especially if you're playing like EDC or
Correct.
Lost Lands or something, and you have a
Correct.
huge budget,
And
lights
visuals.
and visuals.
Or if it's your
and-
first fucking time trying.
Yep, that too.
Oh.
Yeah.
That too. And I don't mean pre-planned set as in you're push and play and it just literally goes. Although you could take it to that extreme with something
Sure.
like EDC where they have it very planned out. Although I don't think they're just playing a 45-minute MP3.
Yeah.
It's probably a WAV.
What did you say, Dave? Overrated?
Under.
You said under.
Underrated.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I also agree that they're underrated.
Underrated. Okay.
Regardless of how I do my shit, definitely underrated still. McMahon just did that in Atlanta, and his was just press play and go dance with people in the crowd.
Really?
which is,
Kinda
like,
love it.
Some people were like salty
Whoa.
about, but like he was very, like he was like, "Hey guys, poll here, like who wants to do this, whatever."
I like
and
the
he did it.
ambition.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Underrated.
That's kind of a fucking move.
And
Yeah. Shout out McMahon also.
I just pre-made this set.
it's fire.
It will have no... I will not mess up one thing.
Yeah,
I'm not doing
right.
shit.
It's going to go hard as fuck.
I spent 3 hours on it.
Also, then I get to stand in front of the speakers. So
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. How often do you get to hear your tunes?
I know.
Like, that's
Yeah.
fun.
I never knew about McMahon until I saw Tipper and friends or whatever at Red Rocks in like 2020. And McMahon came on right before Tipper, and I was like, who
Oh, yeah,
the
you told me
fuck
about
is
that.
this
Yeah.
Brutal
guy?
set, dude.
Yeah.
That was so sick.
Yeah, it was insane. You were at that also?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
so...
That shit was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
He
I was like
is
sprinting
insane.
around during that set, seeing all my friends. I was about to throw up.
Not
the whole time.
not a crazy coincidence.
honestly,
To be at a Tipper show together randomly, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm gonna also go underrated.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel
Chat, you're welcome to also put your
Yeah,
100%.
come
thoughts
on,
in
boys,
on these
come
underovers.
on. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
like, yeah, because you could pre-plan it just to the point of your track list.
Yeah,
And you
which
don't
is
even
what
know
I
the
think I'm gonna
order.
do for my first
You just know
set
the
because
track
I'm
list.
very scared of fucking shit
I
up.
would definitely like.
So
I like a little bit of that, especially if you're playing anything from all originals to you have a concept for the set in your head.
Yeah.
If you're going to DJ and after parties, maybe just have fun.
YOLO it.
Everybody's on cocaine.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
and hammered because it's 4 a.m. and the
Right.
set is starting.
I mean, as
Like,
long as you're making clean cuts, like everybody's gonna have a good time. It doesn't really matter if the energy changes from song to song. Everybody's just like, oh yes,
that's true. That's true.
it's a good time. There's overs and unders for pre-planned or non-pre-planned. I would say.
Yeah, I like Cree coming in here with the DJ mentality.
Yes.
Overrated, boo. I feel you, Cree. I feel you.
I
You're
feel
not
you.
wrong. You're not wrong, dude.
Yeah, pre-planned is different than pre-recorded.
Let's go,
for
Cree.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Although we were just talking about a guy who did a pre-recorded set, and
He checked
it's
with
like,
everybody prior. He
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, Twitter, what do you think?" People still got mad.
Yeah,
Obviously, like
for sure.
inherently that's whack, but like whatever. Like,
and it depends.
Yeah.
man can do his thing.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's a big artist that you're in love with and they're a really good producer and they're going to put on a good show regardless kind of thing,
Yeah.
like, yeah, who cares?
I would prefer that person also do some choreographing dance moves in that situation.
Or at least
if you're
have
going to do
Some
that,
work. Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
some sort of tactile
let's
thing.
put something together otherwise. I'm sure he did.
There
I'm
better
sure
be
he did.
dancers.
Yeah.
I want
You better be
dancers.
hopping on the decks and twerking at us, or like, I don't care.
We need something.
Yeah,
All right.
All right.
Last question before we close it off, folks.
show us the dump truck.
Over or under compression?
Overrated.
Over.
Over.
Agreed.
Oh, unanimous over.
Yeah.
100%. Over? Come on.
Suck it, compression.
Also, I
wish
gotta
could find the
give him
Let's Talk
shit.
compression.
At, what are you doing calling me on podcast night? You know better.
Well, he just went on a date, so he's probably very excited.
He's so excited.
He's just like, oh my
that's why
God.
he's calling me. He
He's
never
like-
calls me.
He's just
So,
like this right now.
that. Yeah, he's just.
he's
hard as a
He's one
rock.
of our buddies who kicks it here like 5 days of the week, basically.
Yeah, great.
But this
great
one night,
producer.
he went on a date. So you'll meet him though. He's a homie.
Good for him.
Yeah, I know, right? Right.
That or maybe he got into an accident.
Shit.
But folks, this is the end of the show, so we'll figure out here in just a little bit.
Yeah. Also,
Freezy, stay hard as a rock.
holy shit, chat! You guys showed up tonight. Shout out all of you for being here.
Yeah,
There was
Justin brought the chat tonight.
Oh my
Let's fucking
god!
go.
Look at you, Mr. Popular, making the crowd show
Yeah.
up. Let's go, buddy.
Can we get this?
I got a girl in here, dude.
Can we get this every Tuesday, folks?
Yeah.
We could use
Guys,
your
feel free to join
questions.
anytime.
Yeah.
Shout out Fuckhouse Boys. Shout out Restraint. Shout out my brother AJ Skater.
So where can people find you on the internet here? Backleft.
SoundCloud. There's 2 Spotify pages because my distro kid's fucked up.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
no.
so I'm
That's
not getting
cool.
paid on some tunes that I made. And then Instagram, Twitter,
Very
all that. It's
nice.
at Backleft Music for the socials, and then just look up Backleft, all one word.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Check out this dude's music. It's fucking insane.
It is really
It's
fucking good.
Really insane.
Folks,
So,
we love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Always400.com. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, do those
Notification bell. Fucking
Who's ringing right
whatever
now?
the fuck.
Thanks, guys.
things. Yep.